Hi, my name is Suhaim Parak and I'm a developer advocate at Twitter, and I'm super excited to talk to you about the new Twitter API. We recently announced early access to the new Twitter API, which includes new endpoints that make it easy for you to listen and analyze the public conversation on Twitter. This new release also includes new exciting features such as a new tweet payload, conversation ID, annotations, etc. And this is just the beginning. Over the course of the next few weeks and months, you can expect to see new exciting endpoints and features for developers and researchers from Twitter. Let's take a look at the new endpoints that are part of this release. First, we have the recent search endpoint that lets you query the most recent 7 days of public tweets and receive full fidelity responses. It also supports new operators that make it easy for you to find tweets of interest and study and analyze the Twitter data. Then we have the sample stream endpoint that lets you stream a sample of new tweets as they're published across 1% of all public tweets in real time. So this endpoint can be used to stream and surface tweets in real time as they happen. Next, we have the filter stream endpoint that lets you filter the real-time stream of public tweets by applying a set of rules. You can use this endpoint to listen for important events. Like the recent search endpoint, the filtered stream endpoint also supports new operators that make it easy for you to find tweets of interest. We also have the tweet lookup endpoint that returns information about a tweet using a tweet ID or a set of tweet IDs. This endpoint can be used to hydrate or build the actual tweet dataset for tweet IDs. Finally, we have the user lookup endpoint that returns information about a user using a user ID or a set of user IDs and can be used to hydrate or build the user objects for those user IDs. Getting started with the new endpoints is easy. You need an approved developer account, and you need to activate the new developer portal experience. Create a new project, add a new app, and you will get your API keys and token that you can use to connect to the new endpoints. Now let's talk about some of the new features and functionality. We now have a new redesigned developer portal to better serve you and support the future of the Twitter API. The new developer portal also introduces the concept of projects that allow you to organize your work and manage access to the API. When you request information about tweets using the new recent search or tweet lookup endpoint, by default, you get the tweet ID and the text only. If you need any additional fields, you can request those using expansions and by specifying the fields you want returned. This gives you full control over the data that you want returned. The new endpoint supports annotations that provide contextual information about a tweet. These annotations help you understand the topic that a tweet is about, as well as identify named entities present in the tweet. For example, a tweet payload about the NFL may include this object for context annotations. This is super helpful for understanding topics and entities without needing to do custom topic modeling or named entity extraction. A common request from developers was for supporting conversation threading in the API. The new recent search endpoint supports the conversation ID field that lets you retrieve the entire conversation, including replies to a tweet. This is super convenient because getting all replies to a tweet using the old API was a bit challenging. Another common feature requested by developers was support for Twitter polls. We listened to you and are providing support for getting data about polls programmatically. You can get this data using the new API by using the poll fields expansion and specifying the fields that you want to be included in your response. The new API supports new operators that let you filter for data that you might be looking for. By using these operators, you can specify exactly the data you want and significantly reduce the time and effort required to clean your data. The new operators include context, entity, conversation ID, along with others. Finally, the new API allows developers to access public and private engagement metrics for tweet and media objects based on the authentication method. Examples of public metrics include retweets, replies, likes, quote tweets, etc. And examples of private metrics include impressions, URL and profile link clicks for tweets, etc. Public metrics can be requested with OAuth 2.0 bearer token authentication, whereas non-public metrics can be requested for own authorized tweets only. So these are some of the new features available in the new Twitter API for you to explore and test out. I hope you're as excited about these as I am. In the coming weeks, we will publish more videos that cover each of the new endpoints in detail. You can learn more about what's coming next, such as the new user timeline endpoint, the replacement for follower graph, etc., by visiting our product roadmap. We can't wait to see what you build with the new Twitter API. Thanks for watching this video. Follow us on Twitter Dev and on the Twitter community forums.